Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks, and I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest. Nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's.
My name's Joel. I have around 10 years experience teaching music. In China I've been teaching for 2.5 years, and I've found that China's a great place to teach. The students are really lovely and well behaved. The parents and also the students have great respect for the teacher here. In the music classroom, I find it really interesting teaching the students because they're passionate about music and they're willing to learn, and I feel that I have a lot to offer here in China as a music teacher. On my first day when I began teaching here in Ningbo, I walked into the music classroom and there was a student playing an amazing piece on piano, and I thought about what I had to offer somebody who had this amazing skills, and I found that after some time that I had a lot to offer because there's many things that students weren't capable of, such as being creative and learning to new kinds of music and these kinds of things. So I felt that I had a lot to offer here in China. I think teaching at a bilingual school is an amazing experience because every day I feel like I'm learning something new. I get to work alongside Chinese teachers, and we help each other and we learn a lot from each other. In a way, we get to take the best from both worlds, so from the West, our Western ideas, as well as the East. So there's many great things here in China, and I feel that we can choose the best of both ways when it comes to teaching and learning. From my experience so far teaching music in China, I've found that some of my teaching methods didn't work so well. So I've had to change my approach a little bit. In the music classroom, I found that my students had different needs as a learner. For example, some of my students haven't done a lot of things such as playing in bands or working together to play music. They haven't done too much in the way of creative tasks, songwriting and these kinds of things. Coming from my background, as I've had lots of experience with these kinds of things such as songwriting and playing in bands, so I felt comfortable teaching these skills.
You know, one of the greatest things about working here at HD Schools is that I'm able to express myself in the classroom however I want. While I have the guidance and the tools I need, I'm able to use my own ideas and use my own plans to make the classroom into an environment that's not only great for learning, but that fosters a lot of fun. And so my kindergarten students, they really get a taste of my style of teaching and my ideas. And that makes me feel like I own the classroom and that it is my classroom. And that's a special feeling, I think, in a school. It's a really special feeling for a teacher to feel like they are able to freely express themselves and use their ideas in a classroom, and at the same time still have the guidance that they need. And that's definitely a feeling I get here while working at the HD Schools Kindergarten.
Working here gives you lots of opportunities too to work alongside your Chinese colleagues and learn from them. Some of them have experience from national schools, from international schools, from other bilingual schools, and it's really interesting day to day to pick up the things that they do, the things that they do well and use those in your own practice as well as sharing what you do. It's also a unique opportunity to reevaluate what you do and how you do it, because sometimes you realize that there are better ways than what you've been used to. So that can be a really interesting experience. And on top of that, we share within Chinese culture. As a bilingual school, we're uniquely placed. We're not living a British calendar in a foreign country. We're following a Chinese and international calendar, helping our students to learn a little bit about both cultures. So not only do we have a Christmas holiday, but shortly afterwards we have a Chinese New Year holiday. These things are balanced out. So getting holidays like this really gives you chances to get out and see other festivals. I know we travelled inside China during Chinese national holiday, which was a unique experience to see 1.4 billion people moving around the country and heading home to go and visit family and relatives and friends. It's a unique experience. There's nothing quite like it, and there's no other way to experience it. Few other countries have a holiday in the first week of October, and it's a chance to see something totally different. I know I felt very privileged to be able to not only share my culture with our students, but to share in their culture and learn from them. They all have something interesting and unique to share with you, and they're more than willing to do that.
So I have worked, so far, this is actually my first bilingual school I've worked. That's different from international schools. In international schools, you are the class teacher. You set the way of learning and the style, and it's not true. You work together, you collaborate, but you are the key person. In a bilingual school, this is a school for Chinese children, to educate global Chinese children. So actually, the experience and the expertise is not with you, and it's with working together with other people and the collaboration there. Especially if you collaborate with the people around you, you can learn so much about this culture. That's been the most interesting part this year, I guess, to learn about the culture through my work, even though it's groundbreaking in many ways, because they are really trying to set a new baseline for the Chinese curriculum, and we're pioneering in that sense as well with what to do, and where we think that where we can find the perfect education for Chinese children, and that balance, that search, that's pretty cool. So in the school we work with, we are growing. The school's been here for a couple of years, so we are creating a Chinese integrated curriculum, which in which we set up our own topics, and we try to get more and more collaboration and really bring that together, bring everything together, bring English with Chinese, with maths, that is interesting. It's fascinating to, we work with design thinking. Design thinking is also quite state-of-the-art education. It's the new thing from the United States, and it's fascinating to work with that here as well. So we are exploring many new ways of how to improve education, and that also means that we look at how we can further develop ourselves as teachers. How we can say, what do you need to learn in order to achieve set up such a curriculum.
Teaching at HD has been a great experience. From the beginning, we had only 5 classes with about 14 kids, and we have grown to 13 classes with 24 students in each classroom. In each class, we have a type 3, where there's an international teacher, a Chinese homeroom teacher, and then a bilingual learning facilitator. And it's like our own little family, and we take care of our kids. No, there's a type 3 that you work with, a Chinese homeroom teacher, an international homeroom teacher, and a bilingual learning facilitator. And the 3 of us together really work as a team to make sure that the kids are taken care of and that they have a safe and fun environment to learn in. This is my 3rd year here, and I have been here since the beginning, and I have watched our school grow and expand into different locations, and it really has been an amazing journey.